So you want to be a moto vlogger? Well, look, man. Here's some of the stuff that you're gonna need, and this is not the most expensive equipment in the world, but it works pretty well for what I do. And let me go through it and explain what we got going on here. Um, I chose the GoPro Hero Model 10, and I use a media mod with it. A lot of guys and girls will go with the 13 because of the you can Bluetooth a microphone and put it inside your helmet or whatnot. See, I needed a dual purpose camera. I do a lot of mechanical videos, so there are times when I like the idea of having this case on here and this little extra microphone. Kind of makes my life just a little bit easier when I'm actually set up doing a tabletop video, working on something, etc., stuff like that. So this kind of works well for both, and you can pick these up for under $300. Actually, it's Prime Days now. You can probably get one even cheaper than that. Now, that's just for the GoPro. All you're going to get is they have a lot of package deals. And honestly, you know, sometimes you're better off buying everything separately, but what you'll end up getting is the camera. Where is it? One battery. And this is the GoPro battery it comes with. I have it out now because I'm showing you this, you know. The idea is you put the battery in here and then you put the camera inside the media mod. Media mods, I think they're around $60 or $70. This is, we're talking 2025 prices on that. So, anyways, this is what I use, and it works well for me. They make a Moto vlog adapter. This is literally pieces I've owned several action cameras and a few GoPros over the years. This is literally just pieces that I had, and I kind of made it work, you know, with a clip onto my helmet here. And I use a modular helmet. I do not like full faces. Actually, I can't stand a full face helmet. So when I'm not recording, I can ride around like that with, you know, the helmet open, and it doesn't drive me absolutely insane. Your mileage may vary on that, but overall, the other thing too, I really don't like a camera inside the helmet for another reason. A lot of my moto vlogs are done on Harley Davidsons, loud pipes. I kind of want the sound of the engine in my video. You can hook up an external mic. I didn't pull it out, but I have a Purple Panda external mic that. Which one is it? I think it's, yeah. You can hook that up here and then run the wire up into your helmet. I found that while it does work good, you get a funky echo sound from the helmet, and I don't care for that sound. And like I said, I want that thumpy V-twin Harley Davidson sound. The battery life, it really isn't very bad on this. If you crank your camera up all the way, yeah, you're going to kill a battery quickly. But if you watch what you're doing in the settings, you know, turn your LCDs all the way down. They don't need to be on. And, you know, even in 4K, I'm getting like 2 hours out of a battery. And, dude, for a moto vlog, are you really going to sit there and run your yap for 2 hours? I know I'm not. But in case where I might, I did go ahead and pick up some extra batteries. I got a total of 5 batteries. I bought 2 of these. They come with 2 batteries. I should have just bought one. I've never needed, even some things where I've been at like all-day events, motorcycling events, group rides, things like that, where I'm going to talk and use my camera and film the ride out, and then all kinds of footage and different bikes. I'm going to roll into other stuff. Even on 90-degree days running in 4K, I've never used more than 2 batteries in, like, seriously a 12-hour day. Your mileage may vary, but I've gotten some pretty good usage out of that, and I think we already went over this. I initially started out trying to do this with an Akaso Brave 4. And I noticed a lot of people come to my channel to watch the videos I've made of this. You know, it's a like $60-$70 camera, and you're getting what you paid for. Tabletop stuff, it worked all right for about a year, and then where you put the SD card, something internally has broken, and the SD card will no longer retain itself, as well as the 4K feature on this. When you look at what comes out of my GoPro Hero 10, this is not true 4K, so spend a couple bucks more. And I'm honestly not like a professional at this kind of crap. I just upped my game a little bit here in the beginning of spring because I wanted to try to create better content. With this, there is the GoPro Quick app that you can make your videos from if you're a person that wants to do everything from your cell phone, which, you know, as you can see, we're shooting this with the GoPro Quick app. But there's a lot of other things that you cannot do with the GoPro Quick app that you can do very easily with a laptop, which, let's get you adjusted a little better. As you see, I don't really have the best laptop in the world. I picked this one up on sale because it's a funky red color, and I guess it wasn't selling. But this is Microsoft Clipchamp that I use. I'll show you the icon here. And if you've got Microsoft software, it's basically free. I pay a couple of bucks a month. I upgraded the service. You can use this for free, but there are certain things on the free end of it that you cannot use. Okay, it's pretty simple to use this software. I'm an idiot, man. I'm computer illiterate. I can fix a motorcycle, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, it's beyond me. But little things like the transitions, the cut in between videos, like you got a choice of free ones. These are free to about here, and then I think they're pay after that. And you can do a lot of different things, transitioning from clip to clip. It's honestly, some of the features are so cool that, like if you watch any of my stuff, the flames where one picture turns into another picture and it looks like it's on flames, or heart, you know, that's all on the paid part of the app. And it's really not much. I think it's less than $10 a month. It's definitely worth it. You can create templates like for your YouTube, and you know, thanks for watching, all that crap, which I generally don't, because let's be honest, you guys don't care and you don't watch it. But yeah, this is pretty much what I use. I don't use the app to transfer the files from my GoPro. I pop the SD cards out, I load it into an adapter, I load it into my computer. I take the cuts and pieces and put them into this app, turn it into the video that I want. And then when it's all said and done, and I've produced the video and I've uploaded it to YouTube, I go on ahead and I just upload all the footage onto these thumb drives. And that way, you know, like I said, I don't have the most expensive laptop. This is kind of like just a hobby for me. So this is a way that I can do this, and I don't have to burn up $1,000 on a laptop. I can get a, you know, inexpensive one on sale, and all my footage is saved, and it's all saved on these guys right here. And as I knock my camera stand out of the way, and to make my life a little easier, I just have a little scrapbook, and I catalog everything. You know, the date, what I did, a name for each clip, and you'll see on them, it'll say TD, in other words, thumb drive. So if I want to go back through and reuse a clip, like that's this here, took my Harley for a ride in McKeesport, and it was in 3 parts because it was shot with a GoPro. And I loaded it onto thumb drive 5. So if I go back through, you know, see what I'm saying? It's an inexpensive way to do this. You don't have to spend $1,500 on equipment to do a decent moto vlog. Honestly, I would suggest you probably spend about $600 though by the time you buy No, more like 7. Between 5 and 700. By the time you buy a decent camera, you know, a half decent, you know, don't get a Chromebook that's not going to do what you want to do, but buy a half decent laptop. Or, you know, if you've got a PC already, like I didn't have a PC, I just had a phone. So, you know, like I said, this is just a hobby that I do and I enjoy doing. And y'all seem to be enjoying the videos, so just figured I'd show you what I actually use. I'm sure you've seen this camera. Sometimes I'll look into the rear view mirror of the bike at the end of the video like I'm talking to you guys. This is what you're seeing. This is the camera you're seeing. You know, and it's that's all it is. Pretty simple setup. When this is mounted on the helmet, it's when it's mounted on the actual helmet here, I'm not going to go through and bore you, but the mount sets it right about here. That microphone is right at face level. You've got vent holes right here, but usually I just leave this up and you can hear me just fine, you know. And like I said, I want to leave in that little bit of engine sound, that pumpy Harley V-twin sound that everybody loves so much. If I do it inside the helmet mic, or if I would, this is actually a Bluetooth helmet. So if I got a different model GoPro, like a Hero 13, then I could directly connect the helmet to it. But this mic sucks bad. Like, we tried to do some moto vlogging with just my phone and that Bluetooth helmet, and it absolutely sucked. It wasn't going to work. Nothing I could do was going to make it work, so I went out and bought this. And you can even add on the top. There's so many extra stuff you can get for GoPro. Like, up on the top here, you can get the big flash thing that battery powered. And yeah, I like GoPro. I did want to go Insta360, and I still might someday. But honestly, I feel like the tabletop stuff that I do, like this here, and especially working on the motorcycles, like I can zoom right in on a part, you know, and set the camera away so that I can be working on it, you know, whatever. This kind of functions well for the best of both worlds as far as, you know, doing moto vlogging and, you know, working on bikes. And I'm actually shooting this with a GoPro Hero Black. That's like a little extra camera that I got. I mount in different places. Sometimes I'll just mount it to the bike and throw different shots in there. But anyways, that's your moderately priced. I wouldn't call it inexpensive. All depends on who you are. Like, some people, you know, this $70 camera might be expensive to some people. Some people, this $300 camera might be cheap. You know, I don't know. I call it, you know, moderately inexpensive moto vlogging setup. And that's what I use. Check out some of my videos. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, you don't. Let me know what you think. Kevin6154, also known as Phoenix Motorsports. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.